You know that Wi-Fi router, that little box with the blinking lights sitting in the corner? Well, it's way more than just a gadget. It is the digital front door to your entire home, connecting everything from your laptop to your phone to your TV. But here's the big question. Is that door actually locked? Today, we're going to walk through a super simple 7-step guide to make sure it is. I mean, think about it for a second. Would you ever do that? It sounds completely absurd, right? Just leaving all your most valuable things totally exposed for anyone to see? And yet, that's pretty much what millions of us are doing online. Every single day, we're doing the digital version of leaving the door wide open. By just using the default factory settings that our router came with, we're not just leaving the door unlocked, we're basically putting out a giant welcome mat for nosy neighbors, people looking to steal our bandwidth, and even criminals who want our personal data. And look, this isn't just me being paranoid. The Federal Trade Commission is crystal clear about this. They say securing your router isn't just a nice-to-have, it's your first and most critical line of defense against some really serious stuff, like identity theft. But here's the good news. You absolutely do not need to be a tech wizard to fix this. So let's start with the basics, the physical foundation, where your router is located and how you even get into its control panel. Okay, these first 3 steps, they're the bedrock of your entire security setup. We're going to get the physical part right before we touch any of the digital settings. And for step 2, logging in, it's easy. Just open a web browser on your computer and type in your router's IP address. It's usually printed on a sticker right on the router itself, probably something like 192.168.1.1. Believe it or not, your security actually starts with a little bit of geography. Shoving your router in a basement corner or on a windowsill is a really bad idea. You're making the signal weaker inside your house while basically shouting it to everyone on the street. By putting it somewhere central and up high, you keep that signal strong where it matters, inside your home, and weak where it doesn't. Now let's clear up a huge point of confusion. Your router has 2 completely different keys. The Wi-Fi password, that's the one you give to your friends so they can get online. But the admin password, that's the master key to the router's entire control system. One controls access, the other one controls everything. And this is why changing that admin password is so critical. Most routers come out of the box with a default password like admin or, you guessed it, password. Hackers have automated programs that just try these defaults over and over. Leaving it unchanged isn't like leaving the key under the doormat. It's like you're mailing the key directly to them. All right, our physical foundation is solid. Now it's time to dive into the software and set up the real digital locks and alarms. These next 4 steps are where we're going to really lock things down. We're going to make your network harder for attackers to find. We'll scramble all your data, create a password that's actually strong, and patch up any known security holes. So your network's name, its SSID, is way more important than you might think. A default name like Linksys_E4200 is basically a gift to a hacker. It tells them the exact make and model of your router so they can just look up specific ways to attack it. You want to change it to something generic and anonymous, like blue sky, or even something clever like loading, to make yourself a much less juicy target. I absolutely love this analogy. If a password is the key to get in the door, then encryption is the secret code that everybody speaks once they're inside. It basically scrambles all of your information, so even if somebody manages to listen in, all they hear is a bunch of meaningless gibberish, not your bank details. So, which secret language should you pick? Well, in your router settings, you'll see a list that looks something like this. WPA3 is the gold standard, the absolute best. If your router doesn't have it, WPA2 with AES is still really strong. But whatever you do, never use WEP or the original WPA. They are ancient, and I mean they can be cracked in just a few minutes. And now for the fun part, your actual Wi-Fi password. For years, we were all told to use this complex nonsense like Troutador and 3. But it turns out modern computers can crack those short, complicated passwords pretty fast. The new golden rule is that length is way better than complexity. A simple, memorable 4-word phrase like correct horse battery staple is way harder for a computer to guess, but so much easier for a human to remember. And finally, we have firmware. This is basically your router's brain, its operating system. And just like your phone or your computer, it needs updates to patch security holes that companies discover. Running on old firmware is kind of like trying to browse today's internet on Windows 95. You are just wide open to all sorts of known attacks. Here's a little pro tip to make this super easy. When you're in your router's settings, look for a switch that says automatic updates. If you find one, flip it on immediately. This is the ultimate set it and forget it solution to keep your digital front door patched against all the latest threats.
Okay, you've done the 7 essential steps. Your network is already way more secure. But if you want to take it to the next level, let's talk about a strategy that security pros use all the time.
See, the problem with all of our awesome smart home devices, the cameras, the speakers, the light bulbs, is that a lot of them have really weak security. And if a hacker manages to break into your smart light bulb, you definitely don't want them to have a direct path to your personal laptop. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The FBI has put out direct warnings about this exact issue. The thinking is simple. Your really sensitive devices, like the computer that has all your financial data, should be completely walled off from your less secure smart gadgets. And the solution is actually pretty simple. Just use your router's guest network feature. But instead of using it for actual guests, you use it for your gadgets. So you connect all your smart TVs, your speakers, and your cameras to the guest network. Then you keep your phones and your computers on the main private one. This creates a digital wall between them, so even if one gadget gets compromised, the problem can't spread.
And that's it. If you followed along with these steps, you have successfully transformed your network security. Seriously, you've gone from having an open house to running a digital fortress.
What you've really done is you've made yourself a much, much harder target. Most cybercrime is opportunistic. Attackers are just looking for the low-hanging fruit, the unlocked doors. And by putting these simple locks in place, you've pretty much encouraged them to just move on and find an easier house. And remember, that's all it really took. Not a computer science degree, not hours of complicated work, just 7 straightforward steps that anyone can do, probably in less than 30 minutes. So I'll leave you with this final thought. You've now secured the main entrance to your digital world, and that is a massive achievement. The question to ask yourself now is, what other digital doors in your life, maybe your email, your social media, your banking apps, might need their locks checked too? Thanks for tuning in.